Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nurul Fadillah. I am from Muhammadiyah University of Bulukumba, Faculty of Teaching and Education, majoring in English. Alright, on this occasion, I will review a film that is very adrenaline challenging. Namely, the film is Fall. Fall, released on August 16, 2022, directed by Scott Mann. Fall is the latest film that tells the story of the survival efforts of a pair of friends who are fans of adrenaline activities when they are trapped at the top of a tower hundreds of meters above the ground. The film stars Grace Karen Curry as Becky, Mason Godding as Dan, Becky's husband, Virginia Garner as Hunter, Jeffrey Dean Morgan as James, Becky's father, Jasper Cole as Steve, and Daryl Dennis as Randy. The film, which lasts 1 hour for 7 minutes, is in the genre of drama, thriller, or mystery, and this film is also classified for audience X 17 and upper. Becky and Hunter are the best friends. They have something in common. They like to do activities that challenge and stimulate adrenaline. Although both have a penchant for dangerous pursuits, Becky is left devastated after her husband Dan falls to his death while rock climbing. A year after Dan's death, Becky is depressed and addicted to alcohol and away from the father, James. This was done after James said that Dan was actually not good as Becky thought. Seeing his best friend sinking because of grief, Hunter invited Becky to climb the 610 meters high television transmitter pole. At first, Becky was doubtful of the invitation, but seeing that she had spent time in sadness and fear, she also wanted to get out of the situation and agreed to Hunter's invitation. Moreover, the intention of this pair of friends is to pay respect to Dan. The plan was for Becky and Hunter to scatter Dan's ashes at the top of the pillar. The two of them began to climb the pole until they reached the top safely, but when they were at the top, the leader they were using clubs and trapped the two of them at the top. At the top of the pole, Becky and Hunter must fight for survival. One of them is fighting dehydration while trying to find help. The two friends' climbing skills are put to the test as they desperately struggle to survive. The many problems arise from the lack of safety to vertigo inducing altitude. Becky and Hunter could get down or call for help because they were so far from civilization. They will have no choice but to fight for survival, even if everything was against them. Fear after fear the Becky and Hunter face, also about regret for the very extreme activities they did without considering safety. But in the midst of the situation between life and death, their friendship is also threatened by various conversations that unfold hundreds of meters above the ground. Becky's next struggle is to restore the drone to use. She realized that her best friend Hunter had died while struggling to pick up a fallen bag. because his fear made him not realize that she was in the tower alone. The next struggle was a storm. Becky struggled to survive the storm that shook her, and Becky was safe too. After going through a stormy night, apart from the fear that Becky felt, she needed energy, food for survival, and finally, Beck managed to catch an eagle. Then eat it to survive. After that incident, Becky worked up the courage to get up at the place where Hunter fell and sent a message to him father. At the end of the story, Becky was saved from death. At the end of the story, Becky tells, life is fleeting, life is too short. So you have to seize every moment. You have to do something that makes and you have to do something that makes you feel alive. And that's it. That you spread that message far and wide. Fall is known to have been worked in Fall is known to have been worked on in the Shadow Mountains in the Mojave Desert, California. The Fall is the film are said to have been inspired by the KXTV and KOFR radio tower in Walnut Grove, California. You have to do something that makes you feel alive. And that's it. That you spread that message far and wide. Fall is known to have been worked on in the Shadow Mountains in the Mojave Desert, California. The Fall is the film are said to have been inspired by the KXTV and KOFR radio tower in Walnut Grove, California. For those of you who like adrenaline pumping challenge, this fall film can be an interesting spectacle. But for those of you who have a phobia of heights or acrophobia, you should think again about choosing the film Fall. The audience will be taken to the struggle of the two to climb high flights.
A horrible thing happened to you. I just want you to be able to move on with your life.
Come here. It's coming up on a year. I have something that's planned, and I need a partner in crime. The B67 TV tower.
I haven't climbed since...
Becky, if you don't confront your fears, you are always going to be afraid.
Let's do it. Let's climb your stupid tower.
Oh, I'm so excited! Hey, guys! Hi!
I was really ripped.
You're awesome! That is the Becky that we need for this trip. This is sick.
Damn it, Hunter. What are you getting us into?
Okay, so just stay behind me, one rung at a time. See? It's easy. You're doing great. Becky, you gotta come up here. Hey, trust me. What was that? Oh my God! Oh my God!
Hunter, how do we get down? I don't have a signal.
Our water is down there in that bag. We have 50 feet of rope.
I think I can drop myself lower. Okay, I'm gonna jump onto the bag. Hunter, no! Hunter!
Every hour that passes, the weaker we get.
If anyone called 911, they'd be here by now.
What is it that Dan used to say?
If you're scared of dying, don't be afraid to live.
Okay, maybe that's all about the film file by my version. And the last I will be say thank you for watching my video, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.